Good evening, everyone. It's Danny, a friendly neighborhood wildlife biologist. I'm trying to watch a soccer game too at the same time. In his name outdoors, if he can save me on this beautiful evening, he can save you. I'm doing a video a lot of people requested. Let's get to straight to the point. It's about summertime feeds, supplemental feeding. So a lot of people use feeders to supplemental feed. For instance, I know people that lease a bunch of pine land and the forestry company doesn't let them plant anything, so they do supplemental feed. Well, I'm going to go over supplemental feed. I'm just going straight for facts. Y'all do what you want to. I'm going to tell you what I do. First of all, I found a bag of supplemental feed that had everything in it, so I could go over everything. First of all, let's go over what a lot of people use. I saw a feeder the other day. Corn. This is about the worst thing you can ever feed your deer. First of all, do not be putting corn on the ground this time of year, because the corn that you're getting as deer feed is corn that can't be used for anything else. It probably hasn't been tested for aflatoxins. I'll do a different video on that. Aflatoxins will kill poults. And young turkeys in our states do not do enough of testing for aflatoxins. I've read some studies where up to 10-15% of the corn you buy in stores have aflatoxins. It's very bad for turkeys. The older turkeys, it'll make them sick. The younger ones, it'll kill them. So you can look up aflatoxins, turkeys, if you want to. I'll do a different video on that. But corn, and I did all my little research just so I don't get my facts wrong. Corn. Total fat, 2 grams. Saturated fat, 1 gram. Carbohydrates, 27 grams. Dietary fiber, 3 grams. Total sugar is 9. The big thing, the reason people feed protein is for antler development. For good antler development, you want a minimum of 16% protein daily. A lot of areas don't have enough, so you supplemental feed to try to bump it to minimum 16% for maximum antler development in whitetail deer. And everyone knows this one. You want a minimum 16% protein. Corn has 5 grams of protein. You want way more protein than that. So if you buy a supplemental feed and it has corn in it, put it back. No, I put it back. I won't touch it. I don't need it. Because corn, squirrels eat it, crows eat it, birds eat it. Every non-target you want to get eats it. Pigs love it, whatever. So I don't recommend corn. And I'll get to what I recommend. Here's another one that was in the bag. Sunflower seed. Why there was sunflower seed in this bag for deer, I have no clue. I mean, I've seen deer eat the tops of sunflower before they start developing, but it's got sunflower seed. Joe, with just sunflower seed, let's get straight to it. Protein is 5.5 grams. Of course, once again, it's a carbohydrate. There's a lot of food out there right now, and feeding your deer 5.5 grams of carbohydrates is not helping your antler development, and that's what you're really looking for. I mean, people say you need carbohydrates for your doe, but I mean they're getting plenty if you've got a good area. So don't be feeding them sunflower. I'm not wasting money on sunflowers. So far right now, I've got a really good bird food. The next one, this is the big one. Well, not the big one. Deer pellets. It's got deer pellets. What is a deer pellet? It's like dog food. It's mushed up everything else, made into a pellet. You see all this, and you can get 22, 25%, 28%. And I've done enough research. A deer really can't digest over 22%. Some people get a little crazy at the 30%. They say it can hurt a deer to eat over 30% protein, yet I wonder how they can eat soybeans and not go over that. So the problems with these deer pellets is, and I've used them, and I've recommended to a client, do not buy it. He didn't want to listen to me, and that's fine. And he bought 2 pallets of it, and I said, what's going to happen is you're going to go to your feeder one day, and it's going to be full of maggots. No, it's got, the deer, or water repellent. I was like, it's gonna be full of maggots. Didn't listen to me, had way more money than sense, bought 2 pallets of this stuff because he could. After a big rain, a couple days later, I'm looking at checking cameras. I'm like, hey man, all your protein is a pile of globby gook. And look up soldier fly. They're looking at all these little maggots. It's soldier fly larvae. What is soldier fly? A soldier fly it doesn't have any biting parts. It drinks nectar and everything, but they're voraciously good at breaking down proteins. Hence, protein feed. 24% protein feed got wet. It started rotting. Soldier flies got in there eating it up. I do not recommend protein pellets. I don't. Never have, never liked them. I've got too many where it's just a bunch of maggots. And you might like, if you want to use, go buy them. I don't care. But my clients, we don't use protein pellets because all this is everything else mushed together. And you're paying for the processing. And if there's a water retardant on it, do you really want that for your deer? I doubt it's hurting them that bad. You know, other squirrels will eat it, raccoons will eat it, raccoons will eat the corn. You know, so far, you know, we've got things that non-targets eating. Plus, the other thing about this is when you get that protein pellets, it turns into powder. It's like the bottom of a dog food bag. So protein pellets, I don't use them. You can go buy them if you want to. If you buy them, get at least 16% protein, maybe 22%. Just have a way where it doesn't get wet. You don't want to spin feed this on the ground or anything like that. The next thing, cottonseed. It's actually really good. Cottonseed is really good stuff. And so the cottonseed, here we go. Protein, 23 to 24% protein. Check. Got good fat, 30 grams of fat. It's 75%, 0.75 phosphorus, or 75% phosphorus. It's got a lot of good stuff. Here's the other thing about, non-targets won't eat this. Birds won't eat this. Squirrels really don't eat it. It's great for non-targets won't eat it. This will kill a pig. It's got a substance, and I've got it for you, of gossypol. I've known this. I've always wondered why they didn't research this more to kill pigs, but probably because it's a food source. So gossypol, toxicosis. So gossypol follows consumption of gossypol toxicosis is usually chronic, cumulative, and sometimes insidious. Follows consumptions of cottonseed or cottonseed products containing excessive gossypol. It is of most concern in domestic production animals, especially pre-ruminants and immature ruminants and pigs. Mature ruminants are more resistant to gossypol toxicity. However, gossypol toxicity can affect high-producing dairy cows, high feed intake dairy goats, and other mature ruminants if fed excess gossypol for long periods of time. So, in gossypol, because you have to be a ruminant, if a pig eats too much cottonseed meal, they'll get sick, they can have heart damage, liver damage. If you feed it to them for long enough, it'll kill them. Now, you could almost mix that with corn or this other stuff and possibly feed it to pigs, but you can't use this as a toxicant for a pig. It's not registered as a toxicant, but it will kill pigs because of gossypol. Research gossypol. I wonder why more people haven't, but we're not going to worry about that. But, so the problem with cottonseed is what I just read. The toxicity can affect high-producing dairy cows and high feed intake for dairy goats. What's a slang term for a deer? A wood goat, forest goat. It's about the same animal. So if you're trying to feed high levels of cottonseed meal or cottonseed to deer, it's got great protein, great, amazing digestibility. 95% digestibility is wonderful. But if a doe is feeding this and got fetuses, you could be hurting the fetuses, and when she has young, has those fawns, it could be very bad for the fawns. I mean, it's out there. I don't use it. The other problem with this stuff is once it gets wet, when you feed it, it's very light, very light. You have to have a certain feeder that's got a lot of ventilation, because if it gets moisture on it, look, it feels like a shirt. You put this in water, it blows up. So you got to have a special feeder to feed it. You can mix it with other things, but you still, if that stuff gets wet or moist, it's not going to be good. I would be more concerned with does eating an excessive amount. But hey, if you had a bunch of pigs eating a whole bunch of corn and mixed a whole bag of cottonseed meal in there, who knows what's going to happen? Or just cottonseed. My favorite of everything, my go-to, my professor at Auburn, the real deer biologist, the original one way back in the day, had him in classes in '93, did research on this. Feed grade soybeans. This is all I use. This is all I recommend to my clients. Nothing more, nothing less. You can go buy it at the feed store. You can buy feed grade soybeans. You can buy roasted soybeans. Roasted is a little better because obviously it's dehydrated a little bit. It's got a little bit better digestibility. It doesn't, it won't mold as fast. But I've used regular soybeans and did just fine with them because they ate them fast. Non-targets don't have near the issues with squirrels, birds, raccoons. Pigs really didn't eat them that bad. I mean, they would, but it wasn't a choice food. I've seen pigs walk right by them. That is what I go to. It doesn't have a picture of a big buck on the bag. It doesn't have, all right, so the nutritional value of soybeans. It's got 14 grams of carbohydrates. Here's the big one, 31 grams of protein per cup. So you bypassed the minimum standard. And there's a research study on, and you can look this up, use of roasted soybeans or whole or feed grade soybeans for whitetail deer. It's perfect. Y'all can get this in your feed store, and you're basically just buying it straight from the farmer, so you're helping the farmer. A lot of these other feeds are soybeans crushed up and other stuff, corn crushed up. All this is corn, soybeans, and a bunch of filler crushed up. You don't know what's in this. I don't know what's in this. Nobody knows what's in that. This is iron, 45%. Zinc, RDI, or 2 grams. Calcium. Y'all can look this up. I just pulled this chart on just soybeans. It's got great calcium, great iron, but it's got everything you need. And when someone says, well, it's got way too much protein, it can hurt a deer's stomach, I actually heard that. How many people, if they could, would go plant a 10-acre soybean field for their deer? Deer walk through soybean fields and eat. People leave soybeans up for deer to eat. Deer will readily eat it. It's great. Non-targets don't do it, eat it as much. Now, here's the way I get deer on soybeans. If I have a feeder, I'll start it off with corn. And then 100% corn, try to get them into the feed, come into it. And then the next time, because if they've never seen it, they're going to walk by it. Because they've never seen it. They've never tasted it. So the next time you fill up, you do 75% corn, 25% soybean. You let them eat that down. Next time, 50-50. Next time, 25% corn, 50 or 75 soybean, and then you just soybean. Once you get your deer acclimated to soybeans, new deer will go to it because other deer eat it. I've done it for decades, and I've always said just do that. Don't do anything else, because like this is that mix I got. When you put your hand in there, you got all this stuff that once that gets wet, it's going to be bad. And I put some of this on a plate, right there. So I'm curious on this big old plate. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 25 or 26 soybeans. Most of it is, you got feed right there, you got corn. That's my little video on feed. I use roasted soybeans, or I just use soybeans. If you can get the roasted, do that. Preferably don't get with corn in there, because corn is just attracting your non-targets. If your goal is to increase antler development, and you're trying to get your 16% threshold, minimum daily nutrition, soybeans is your thing. Just go to your farmer. You know, I've bought it out of farmers' fields before. You can get feed grade, which is not roasted, or the roasted. Depends on how fast. If they're eating it fast enough, you don't have to worry about it. I've never used regular feed grade soybeans and had them get moldy. Never had it happen. But roasted is more digestible. I hope this helps y'all. I've had a lot of people want this little video. I know the people who make these feeds are going to be mad at me. I don't sell any feed. I'm not promoting any feed. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just trying to be real. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to tell you, just because there's a big old buck on the bag doesn't mean it's going to grow a big buck. Go watch that video on antler development with Will Foster a little while ago. You'll understand. So, y'all can do your own research. Cottonseed, corn, well, don't even get buy them if you want to. But the protein pellets, the protein feeds, remember, water really doesn't like that. Roasted soybeans and other stuff. You buy what you want. It's your money. I'm telling you what I do with my clients. Roasted soybeans or feed grade soybeans. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I hope this video helps y'all. Subscribe and follow. I will be putting this on my YouTube. As soon as I get it downloaded on my YouTube page under food plots, not food plots, deer biology. I'll be putting it under there. I might put it under nutrition, something. Hey, I've got dry fit shirts coming in, 100% polyester. And I got some on camo. Amanda's Craft Closet if you're interested in those. Y'all have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful evening. I know I'm out. I'm about to go to bed. So thank y'all very much. In His Name Outdoors. Subscribe and follow. All right. Thank y'all. Bye. Bye-bye.